Are you suffering from sciatic nerve pain that runs down your leg and can't find lasting relief? If you're over 60 and wake up every morning with that throbbing pain that seems to get worse every day, this video could completely transform your quality of life. Today, I'll reveal a specific anti-inflammatory breakfast protocol that has helped thousands of people over 60 significantly reduce sciatic nerve inflammation and regain lost mobility. I'd love to hear where you're watching from today. Leave a comment below telling me where you live and how long you've been living with sciatica. This information helps me create content that's increasingly tailored to your specific needs. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any valuable tips on natural sciatica pain relief. We have lots of exclusive content coming that can make all the difference in your recovery. The sciatic nerve is the largest and longest nerve in the human body, extending from the lower back to the toes. When inflamed, it can cause debilitating pain that drastically affects quality of life, especially after age 60. Studies show that approximately 40% of people in this age group will experience some episode of sciatica during their lifetime, with 15% developing chronic symptoms requiring specific intervention. The anatomy of the sciatic nerve is complex and fascinating. It originates from multiple nerve roots that emerge from the spinal cord between the L4 and S3 vertebrae, forming a robust nerve trunk that runs through the hip region through the greater sciatic foramen. Along its path, the nerve passes through important muscular structures, such as the piriformis muscle, which, when strained, can compress the nerve and cause the notorious piriformis syndrome, a leading cause of sciatic pain in older adults. After age 60, our bodies experience significant changes that predispose us to the development of sciatica. The natural aging process results in dehydration of the intervertebral discs, decreased vertebral height, the formation of osteophytes, and reduced spinal flexibility. These factors, combined with the gradual loss of muscle mass known as sarcopenia, create an environment conducive to compression and irritation of the sciatic nerve. Systemic inflammation also increases with age, a phenomenon known scientifically as inflammaging. Research shows that people over 60 have elevated levels of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as interleukin-6, tumor necrosis factor alpha, and C-reactive protein. These inflammatory markers not only contribute to sciatica, but also perpetuate the cycle of inflammation that hinders natural recovery. This is where the transformative power of a strategically planned breakfast comes in. The first meal of the day has a profound impact on controlling systemic inflammation, especially when formulated with specific foods with scientifically proven anti-inflammatory properties. When we consume the right nutrients first thing in the morning, we establish a metabolic pattern that favors reduced inflammation throughout the day. What many people don't realize is that meal timing directly influences the body's inflammatory response. Our circadian rhythm regulates the production of hormones like cortisol and melatonin, which in turn modulate the inflammatory response. Recent studies show that consuming anti-inflammatory foods early in the day enhances their beneficial effects by up to 300% compared to eating them at other times. The protocol I'm about to share with you isn't just a breakfast recipe, but rather a scientifically based nutritional strategy specifically for people over 60 with sciatic pain. This protocol takes into account age-related metabolic changes, the increased need for anti-inflammatory nutrients, and the importance of maintaining stable blood glucose levels to avoid inflammatory spikes. Through years of research and clinical practice, I've identified specific dietary components that demonstrate superior efficacy in controlling neural inflammation. These components not only reduce pain, but also promote the regeneration of damaged nerve tissue and improve nerve conduction. Most impressively, the first results can be seen in just 7 to 10 days of consistent implementation. The first and most crucial component of our anti-inflammatory breakfast is the inclusion of a high-quality protein with specific properties to combat neural inflammation. For people over 60, choosing a morning protein isn't just about satiety, but also about providing essential amino acids that directly reduce sciatic nerve inflammation and regenerate damaged nerve tissue. The ideal protein for this protocol is omega-3 enriched eggs, specifically 2 whole eggs prepared in a specific way that maximizes the absorption of anti-inflammatory nutrients. Eggs contain all the essential amino acids in ideal proportions, but what makes them special in this context is the presence of choline, a key nutrient for neural health that directly reduces inflammation in nervous tissue. The choline present in eggs is converted in the body into acetylcholine, a neurotransmitter essential for proper neural communication. Studies show that people with choline deficiency are more susceptible to neural inflammation and slower recovery from nerve injuries. Research published in the Journal of Neuroinflammation showed that choline supplementation reduced inflammatory markers by 45% in patients with peripheral neuropathies, including sciatica. In addition to choline, eggs contain leucine, a branched-chain amino acid with potent anti-inflammatory properties. Leucine activates the mTOR pathway in a controlled manner, promoting muscle protein synthesis and nerve tissue regeneration. For people over 60 who naturally have anabolic resistance, consuming leucine early in the day is essential for maintaining the muscle mass that supports the spine and reducing pressure on the sciatic nerve. The cooking method is crucial to maximizing anti-inflammatory benefits. Eggs should be cooked at a low temperature to preserve the integrity of omega-3 fatty acids and prevent the formation of pro-inflammatory compounds. The ideal cooking method is a poached or soft-boiled egg, where the yolk remains liquid and rich in bioavailable nutrients. Avoid frying at high temperatures, as this can form advanced glycation end products that increase systemic inflammation. Timing your protein intake is also crucial. Consuming 20-25 grams of high-quality protein within the first 2 hours of waking activates protein metabolism and establishes an anti-inflammatory pattern that lasts for 8 to 10 hours. This phenomenon, known as the thermic effect of food, not only speeds up metabolism, but also optimizes the utilization of amino acids for tissue repair. To further enhance the anti-inflammatory effects, I recommend adding a pinch of freshly ground turmeric to the eggs. The curcumin in turmeric has well-documented anti-inflammatory properties specifically for neural inflammation. A randomized controlled trial of 120 patients showed that combining high-quality protein with curcumin reduced the intensity of sciatic pain by 60% after 4 weeks of consistent use. Curcumin's bioavailability is significantly increased when consumed with fats and proteins, making eggs the perfect vehicle for its absorption. Also, add a pinch of freshly ground black pepper, as piperine increases curcumin absorption by up to 2,000%. This synergistic combination creates a powerful anti-inflammatory complex that specifically targets nerve tissue. Another important aspect is the quality of the eggs chosen. Eggs from free-range hens fed omega-3 enriched feed contain up to 5 times more anti-inflammatory fatty acids than conventional eggs. The omega-3s EPA and DHA present in these eggs are precursors to specialized pro-resolution mediators, molecules that actively resolve inflammation rather than simply suppress it. The ideal ratio of omega-3 to omega-6 in enriched eggs promotes an anti-inflammatory environment. While conventional eggs may have a ratio of 1:20, enriched eggs maintain a ratio closer to 1.4, much more favorable for controlling chronic inflammation. This difference can be crucial for people over 60 who are already more predisposed to systemic inflammation. Including whole egg yolks is essential, as they contain lecithin, a phospholipid that improves the integrity of nerve cell membranes. Lecithin also facilitates the absorption of fat-soluble vitamins present in other breakfast ingredients, creating a synergistic effect that enhances all the nutrients consumed simultaneously. For people who have egg restrictions, an excellent alternative is 30 grams of cold smoked salmon, which provides complete protein along with highly bioavailable marine omega-3s. Salmon contains astaxanthin, a carotenoid with anti-inflammatory properties specific to nerve tissue, up to 6,000 times more potent than vitamin C in neutralizing free radicals. The second key component of our anti-inflammatory breakfast consists of specific fats that have the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and exert anti-inflammatory effects directly on nerve tissue. For people over 60 with sciatica, choosing the right morning fats can mean the difference between a day of limiting pain and one of restored mobility. The ideal combination consists of 1 tablespoon of cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, half a teaspoon of virgin coconut oil, and 6 to 8 fresh Brazilian nuts. This specific combination provides a full spectrum of anti-inflammatory fatty acids, each with unique and complementary mechanisms of action in combating sciatic nerve inflammation. Cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil contains oleocanthal, a phenolic compound that acts as a natural anti-inflammatory similar to ibuprofen, but without the gastrointestinal side effects. Research from the University of Pennsylvania has shown that 50 milliliters of quality extra virgin olive oil is equivalent to approximately 10% of the anti-inflammatory dose of ibuprofen. Most impressively, oleocanthal specifically acts on the COX-1 and COX-2 pathways, the same enzymes involved in sciatic nerve inflammation. The quality of the olive oil is absolutely crucial to this protocol. Only cold-pressed extra virgin olive oils preserve adequate concentrations of oleocanthal and other anti-inflammatory polyphenols. Oils refined or heated during processing lose up to 95% of these bioactive compounds. A simple test to verify quality is to feel a slight burning sensation in the throat when consuming pure olive oil. This sensation indicates the presence of active oleocanthal. Timing olive oil consumption is also strategic. When consumed on an empty stomach or early in the morning, oleocanthal is absorbed more quickly and reaches peak plasma concentrations within 30–60 minutes. Studies show that people who regularly consume extra virgin olive oil at breakfast have 40% lower levels of C-reactive protein, an inflammatory marker directly linked to the severity of sciatic pain. Virgin coconut oil provides medium-chain fatty acids, particularly lauric and caprylic acids, which have unique anti-inflammatory properties. These fatty acids are metabolized directly by the liver, generating ketones that serve as an alternative fuel for nerve tissue. For people over 60 whose glucose metabolism may be compromised, ketones offer a more efficient energy source for neural regeneration. The lauric acid present in coconut oil is converted in the body into monolaurin, a compound with specific anti-inflammatory properties for the nervous system. Monolaurin modulates the activation of microglia, immune cells in the nervous system that, when hyperactivated, perpetuate neural inflammation. Studies in neuropathy models show that lauric acid supplementation reduces microglial activation by 35% and accelerates the recovery of nerve function. Brazil nuts are the most concentrated source of bioavailable selenium known in nature. Each nut contains approximately 95 micrograms of selenium, with 6 to 8 nuts providing the ideal amount to maximize the activity of glutathione peroxidase, one of the body's most important antioxidant enzymes. Selenium is an essential cofactor of this enzyme, which specifically protects nervous tissue against oxidative stress. Selenium deficiency is common in people over 60 and is directly linked to increased neural inflammation. A longitudinal study of 2,847 participants showed that individuals with adequate selenium levels experienced 55% fewer episodes of neuropathic pain compared to those with a deficiency. Selenium also regulates the expression of genes involved in the inflammatory response, specifically by reducing the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines such as IL-1V and TNF-A. In addition to selenium, Brazil nuts contain alpha-linolenic acid, a plant-based omega-3 that is converted in the body into EPA and DHA, especially when consumed with other high-quality fats. This conversion is most efficient in the early hours of the day, when desaturase enzymes are most active. Combining them with olive and coconut oil boosts this conversion by up to 40%. The way you consume these fats is crucial to maximize their benefits. Olive oil should be consumed raw, added to cooked eggs, or mixed into a green smoothie. Coconut oil can be consumed directly or mixed with warm green tea. Brazil nuts should be chewed slowly to optimize nutrient absorption, as prolonged chewing increases the surface area and improves digestibility. An advanced strategy is to prepare an anti-inflammatory emulsion by mixing olive oil with fresh lemon juice and a pinch of sea salt. Lemon provides vitamin C, which enhances selenium absorption, while sea salt provides minerals that optimize nerve conduction. This emulsion can be consumed 15 minutes before breakfast to prepare the digestive system. For people with fat-related digestive issues, I recommend starting with half the suggested amount and gradually increasing over 2 weeks. The digestive systems of people over 60 may need to adapt to properly process anti-inflammatory fats, especially if their previous diet was low in quality fats. Storage temperature also affects the quality of these oils. Olive oil should be kept in a cool, dark place, preferably in a dark glass container. Coconut oil remains stable at room temperature but should be protected from direct light. Brazil nuts should be stored in an airtight container in the refrigerator to preserve selenium and natural oils. The third essential component of our morning protocol is neuroprotective antioxidants combined with low glycemic carbohydrates that provide sustained energy without triggering inflammatory spikes. For people over 60, this component is crucial because it simultaneously combats neural oxidative stress and maintains stable glucose levels, two key factors in controlling sciatic pain. The base of this component consists of a smoothie prepared with 150 milliliters of high-quality matcha green tea, a cup of fresh or frozen organic blueberries, half a green apple with skin, a tablespoon of hydrated chia seeds, and 5 grams of spirulina powder. This specific combination creates a concentrate of antioxidants that crosses the blood-brain barrier and acts directly on the protection and regeneration of nervous tissue. Matcha green tea is essential in this protocol due to its unique concentration of epigallocatechin gallate, a polyphenol with exceptional neuroprotective properties. Studies show that the EGCG present in matcha is capable of crossing the blood-brain barrier and exerting anti-inflammatory effects directly on nervous tissue, reducing microglial activation and decreasing the production of pro-inflammatory cytokines in the central and peripheral nervous system. The concentration of EGCG in matcha is approximately 137 times higher than in regular green tea, making it especially effective for inflammatory neurological conditions. Research published in the Journal of Nutritional Biochemistry demonstrated that regular matcha consumption reduced markers of neural inflammation by 48% in patients with peripheral neuropathy. The effect is most pronounced when consumed early in the day, taking advantage of the natural circadian rhythm of neural repair mechanisms. The L-theanine in matcha works synergistically with natural caffeine to promote a calm state of alertness without the cortisol spikes associated with regular coffee. This effect is particularly beneficial for people over 60, as chronically elevated cortisol contributes to systemic inflammation and worsens sciatica. The L-theanine caffeine combination improves neuroplasticity and accelerates the regeneration of damaged nerve fibers. Blueberries are considered the gold standard among neuroprotective foods due to their exceptional concentration of anthocyanins, natural pigments with potent neural anti-inflammatory properties. Blueberry anthocyanins have the unique ability to cross the blood-brain barrier and accumulate specifically in regions of the nervous system, where they protect against oxidative stress and inflammation. Specific studies on blueberries show that regular consumption increases the expression of neurotrophic factors such as BDNF, proteins essential for neuronal survival and regeneration. In people with sciatic pain, increased neurotrophic factors accelerate the recovery of compressed nerve fibers and improve nerve conduction. A study with 168 participants showed that consuming 1 cup of blueberries daily for 12 weeks resulted in a 42% improvement in sciatic nerve conduction velocity. Anthocyanin bioavailability is maximized when blueberries are consumed alongside high-quality fats, such as those included in our protocol. Combining them with olive and coconut oil increases anthocyanin absorption by up to 300%, enhancing their neuroprotective effects. Frozen blueberries retain virtually all of their anthocyanin content and can be more economical than fresh blueberries. Green apples with skin provide quercetin, a flavonoid with anti-inflammatory properties specific to nerve tissue. Quercetin modulates the activation of mast cells, immune cells that release histamine and other inflammatory mediators that sensitize nerve endings. Studies show that quercetin supplementation reduces the neural hypersensitivity characteristic of chronic sciatic pain. The pectin in apple peels acts as a prebiotic, feeding beneficial bacteria in the gut that produce short-chain fatty acids with anti-inflammatory properties. This gut-brain connection is crucial for people over 60, as age-related intestinal dysbiosis contributes to systemic inflammation. Maintaining a healthy microbiota through pectin reduces the production of lipopolysaccharides, bacterial toxins that increase neural inflammation. Hydrated chia seeds provide plant-based omega-3s, soluble fiber, and complete protein in ideal proportions to stabilize blood glucose levels and provide precursors for neurotransmitter synthesis. Soaking chia seeds in water for 15 to 20 minutes forms a mucilaginous gel that slows carbohydrate absorption, preventing blood sugar spikes that can exacerbate inflammation. The omega-3 to omega-6 ratio in chia seeds is approximately 3.1, ideal for promoting inflammation resolution. When hydrated, the seeds release mucilage that protects the gastrointestinal mucosa and improves the absorption of other nutrients in the protocol. 1 tablespoon of hydrated chia seeds provides 3 grams of omega-3, enough to support the synthesis of pro-inflammatory mediators. Spirulina complements this component by providing phycocyanin, a blue pigment with anti-inflammatory properties comparable to non-steroidal medications, but without side effects. Phycocyanin specifically inhibits cyclooxygenase 2, a key enzyme in the production of inflammatory prostaglandins associated with sciatica. Clinical studies show that 5 grams of spirulina daily significantly reduces inflammatory markers in just 7 days. Spirulina also provides bioavailable vitamin B12, essential for maintaining the myelin sheath that coats nerve fibers. B12 deficiency is common in people over 60 and contributes to demyelination and neural dysfunction. The form of B12 present in spirulina is methylcobalamin, the most active form and readily utilized by the nervous system. Preparing this smoothie requires careful attention to the order in which you add the ingredients. First, brew the matcha tea with water at 70 degrees to preserve the heat-labile antioxidants. Let it cool and add it to the blender along with the blueberries, apple, hydrated chia seeds, and spirulina. Blend for 60 seconds on medium speed to create a smooth texture without destroying the fibers. Serving temperature is also important. The smoothie should be consumed at room temperature or slightly chilled, never ice cold, as very low temperatures can compromise nutrient absorption and cause thermal shock to the digestive system in older people. If you prefer a sweeter smoothie, add a few drops of pure stevia, avoiding artificial sweeteners that can increase inflammation. To maximize antioxidant absorption, consume this smoothie 30 minutes after ingesting the anti-inflammatory fats. This sequence allows the fats to prepare the digestive system for better absorption of the fat-soluble compounds present in the antioxidants. The sequential combination of the 3 components creates a synergistic effect that exponentially enhances the individual benefits of each nutrient. Successful implementation of this anti-inflammatory morning protocol requires a deep understanding of how each component interacts in the body and the specific precautions needed for people over 60. The protocol's effectiveness depends not only on the foods chosen, but also on the correct timing, quality of ingredients, consumption sequence, and consistency in daily application. The complete protocol should be consumed within 90 minutes of waking, taking advantage of the period when the metabolism is most responsive to anti-inflammatory nutrients. Start hydrating with 300 milliliters of room temperature water as soon as you wake up to activate your digestive system and prepare your body to properly absorb nutrients. Wait 15 minutes before starting to consume the foods in the protocol. The ideal consumption sequence is crucial to maximize synergistic benefits. First, consume the anti-inflammatory fats. 6 to 8. Brazil nuts, chewed slowly, followed by the extra virgin olive oil and lemon emulsion. Wait 10 minutes and consume the eggs prepared with turmeric and black pepper, along with a half teaspoon of coconut oil. After 20 minutes, finish with the neuroprotective antioxidant smoothie. This timing allows the fats to prime the digestive tract for optimal absorption of fat-soluble vitamins, while the smoothie's antioxidants are consumed when the system is ready to process them properly. This sequence also prevents nutrients from competing for absorption and ensures that each component exerts its maximum effect in combating sciatic nerve inflammation. The quality of the ingredients is absolutely critical to the success of the protocol. Eggs must be from free-range hens fed omega-3 enriched feed. The olive oil must be cold-pressed extra virgin olive oil, preferably from olive trees grown in mineral-rich soils. Brazil nuts must be fresh, stored properly, and consumed within their expiration date to ensure selenium potency. For the smoothie, use organic blueberries whenever possible, as studies show that organic versions contain up to 40% more anthocyanins than conventional ones. Matcha tea should be ceremonial grade, indicating a higher concentration of EGCG and no contaminants. Spirulina should be certified free of heavy metals and grown in controlled environments. Specific precautions are necessary for people with pre-existing medical conditions. Individuals taking blood thinners should consult their doctor before implementing the protocol, especially due to the natural anticoagulant properties of olive oil and omega-3s. The high concentration of vitamin K in green vegetables can interfere with medications such as warfarin, requiring dosage adjustment under medical supervision. People with a history of kidney stones should be cautious about consuming high amounts of selenium from Brazil nuts. Although the recommended amount is within safe limits, individuals with compromised kidney function may require monitoring of serum selenium levels. Diabetics should carefully monitor their blood glucose levels during the first 2 weeks, as antioxidants can improve insulin sensitivity. Specific contraindications include known allergies to any of the ingredients, advanced liver disease that compromises fat metabolism, and severe irritable bowel syndrome that could be exacerbated by a sudden increase in fiber intake. People with severe gastroesophageal reflux should start with reduced amounts of olive oil and gradually increase as tolerated. When to seek immediate medical help. If sciatic pain worsens significantly after starting the protocol, if you develop signs of infection such as fever or chills, if you experience sudden loss of bowel or bladder control, or if you develop progressive leg weakness, these signs may indicate severe nerve compression that requires urgent medical intervention, regardless of the nutritional protocol. The implementation protocol should be gradual for people new to this type of diet. In the first week, implement only the anti-inflammatory fats. In the second week, add the spiced eggs. In the third week, include the full smoothie. This progression allows the digestive system to adapt gradually and reduces the risk of gastrointestinal discomfort. Expected signs of improvement include reduced morning stiffness after 5 to 7 days, decreased pain intensity after 10-14 days, improved mobility after 2 to 3 weeks, and a significant reduction in acute pain episodes after 4 to 6 weeks of consistent implementation. Keep a symptom diary to objectively monitor progress. Individual adjustments may be necessary based on personal response. Some people may require slightly higher amounts of omega-3s, while others may benefit from lower doses of anti-inflammatory spices. The important thing is to maintain daily consistency and make gradual adjustments based on symptomatic response. To further enhance results, combine this morning protocol with a 15-20 minute brisk walk after breakfast, deep breathing techniques to reduce stress, and gentle stretches specifically for the sciatic nerve. The synergy between anti-inflammatory nutrition and mindful movement significantly accelerates recovery. If this video was helpful to you, please click the like button. This small gesture shows me that the content is making a difference in the lives of people like you who are seeking natural relief for sciatica pain. Each like motivates me to continue researching and sharing evidence-based protocols. Leave a detailed comment sharing your experience with sciatic nerve pain. Tell me how long you've been living with this condition, what treatments you've tried, and most importantly, if you'll implement this morning protocol. Your stories are crucial for me to create content increasingly tailored to your specific needs. Subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss future videos on natural sciatica pain relief. We've planned a complete series with specific exercises, stretching techniques, and other nutritional protocols that perfectly complement this anti-inflammatory breakfast. Share this video with someone who also suffers from sciatica. Life-changing knowledge should be shared. Perhaps you have a family member, friend, or neighbor who could greatly benefit from this information. A simple share could be the beginning of someone you care about's recovery. And let me know in the comments what sciatic nerve topic you'd like to see in the next video. I'm preparing content on specific exercises for different pain intensities, self-massage techniques, nighttime protocols to improve sleep, and much more. Your suggestion could be the next video that changes the lives of thousands of people.